Before, what we've done is we've used pre-made layouts. So what we're going to do now is create a page from scratch and understand how a Divi page is put together. So I'll click here to go and create a new page. And this is just going to be a temporary page. I'm going to call it 000 temp. The reason I call it 000 something is that when you see a list of pages in the the all pages view, this will be displayed at the top, so it's easy to find and easy to delete at a later date. Now we're going to use the Divi builder. Now previously we've used these pre-made layouts. In this case we're going to click on this blue button here that says Start Building. And now we have to decide what sort of structure we want. So by default what's called a section is created, and then I need to create a row. So each row can be basically just a single column, or 2 even columns, or 3 even columns, or you can have things like this. So you can have a large column to the left and a small column to the right. In this case, let's just take the simplest version, which is this item here, which is basically creating a new row with 1 column. So I'll click here. Now we've got a row, we need to insert a module. Now this is where the power of Divi comes in. So you've got all these different modules here that can do different things. Don't worry about what they are. I'm not sure what an accordion is or a bar counter. We'll cover most of these things later. But if you scroll down to where it says text, we'll just go for a simple example in this case. So I'll click where it says text. So here's my text module. By default it gives you some sample text, as you can see here. If I click within that and press Ctrl A to select everything, I can just type in something like hello. Something really simple. Then I click here on this green Save Changes button, and what I've got now is the word hello displayed. Now if we go and look at this in more detail, if I move the mouse pointer up here, you can see this is the section. So the blue outline here is a section, so that was created by default for us. And then what we did was we created a row, and in this case the row was a single column row. And if we move over here, this is the module. In this case it's a text module, and all the pages you're going to create follow this basic pattern. So you can have multiple sections on a page. Each section can have 1 or more rows. The rows can have multiple columns containing things like text or pictures or anything else for that matter. Now if I click down here on this purple button to open it up, over here you've got this wireframe view. If I go and click on that, that shows you the basic structure. We've got a section, we've got a single row with a single column, and within that single row we've got this module, in this case a text module. So always remember you can go to this wireframe view to get a clearer sort of snapshot of the layout if you like. If you go back here, I can look at the desktop view. So you've got sections, rows, and then you've got modules. So just to show you how to use these, so I go over here and click on this item here in the blue item, that's the section settings. What I can do is I can apply some formatting or some customization to the section. So if I click here, there's lots and lots of things we can do, but don't get distracted. We'll just go to where it says background, and what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to change the background color, and this will be applied to the entire section. So I'll go for this blue color here. So I click on that, click on Save Changes. So that entire section is now blue. Notice the text, which is in black, is hard to read, but that can be fixed later. But the point is that we clicked here, we went to background. If I don't like that background, I can click here and maybe click a different color. So maybe I might go for a blue color again, but if I drag this down, as you can see, I can make it lighter. So I'll go for something like that. Click on OK, Save Changes. So this entire section is now in blue. If I want to, I can go and format the row. So remember this thing here, this thing highlighted in blue with the blue border, that is your section. If I want to format just the row itself, I would go to here, and this is my row settings. So again, I'll just do something very simple like changing the color of this row. So I'll click here for row settings. I'll go to background. I'll click here to select a color. I'll go for a green color, and again I'll drag this down a bit so it's not quite so intense. There we go. Click on the save changes, and there we go. If I want to do formatting at the module level, I would click here. So this is module settings. So I'll just do something very straightforward. So at the moment this says hello. If I wanted to select that, I can make it bold. And you'll notice that you got 3 tabs here. So the nice thing about Divi is after a while you just kind of know where everything is, because in virtually all cases you've got a content section, a design section, and an advanced section. By and large, you're not going to use the advanced section. There will be 1 or 2 things like visibility, which we'll talk about, but things like CSS and what have you, largely we're not going to cover those. So if I click on the design tab here, I could go here and make changes to the text. If I drag this over here, what I can do is say, let's change the default font by clicking here, and let's select something else, like maybe that one there. And if we scroll down, as you can see, under the design section here, we've got all sorts of things we can also change. So we could change the color if we wanted. So we'll go for red. As you can see, it's now red. If I want, I can change the text size. So I can just drag this along, or indeed just apply a number there, or indeed click on the up and down arrow here, like so. And then when I'm happy with my changes, I click here to save my changes. And there we are, we're done. So you've got your section here, you've got the row here, and within the row you've got a module. So in this case it's a text module. Now notice if I move over here, I've got these plus buttons. What this does, if I clicked here, that would allow me to create a brand new section. If I move up slightly and go to here, what that'll do is it'll create a new row within the existing section. So let's go and put a picture in here. So I'm going to say, right, let's add a new row, make it full width, single column, and then if we scroll down here, we need to look for something to do with images. There we go, image. So I click on the image there, click here to add an image, and if you go to your media library, if you've got some images in there, then maybe that one there, it's 800 by 500, yeah, that will do. I'll make it full size, and I'll click here. And if I save my changes, as you can see, what I've now got is 1 section, 2 rows. Within the top row, I've got a text module, and in the second row, I've got an image module. And again, if we go over here to the wireframe, you can see there's my section, so the whole thing is within a section. Here's my first row, this is my second row. Within the first row, I've got a text module. Within the second row, I've got an image module. Again, if I click over here, that'll take me back to the normal view. So let's just quickly insert another picture, just to run through that again, make sure you're clear on this. So if we come down here, you'll notice that you've got 2 pluses. That will allow me to insert a row. This one will allow me to insert a new section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert another image, which will be, in fact, no, let's do something more complicated. Let's go for this item here, which is a row with 2 columns. So I'll click on that. Within the first column in this row, I can go down here and insert a picture. So I go image, get rid of the placeholder, add image, and whatever you want, you can just go and insert. So I'll just randomly select that one, and I'll say save changes. And can you see what happens? Instead of filling the whole thing or attempting to fill the whole thing, it's just filled this particular column. If I want another picture over here, I click on this plus sign which says add new module. So this is adding a second module to the row, and this row has 2 columns. So I'll say, okay, let's add a module. Again, let's go down here and find the images. There we go. Get rid of the placeholder image, add an image, select the image you want. It can be anything. I'll select this one. Click on here, click on Save Changes, and there you go. So as you can see, it's very simple. What we've done here is we've created a single section, so this is all within one section. Up here I've got a row containing a text module. Here I've got a row containing an image, and I've got another row here with 2 columns, both containing images. And again, if we go back to the wireframe, there's a sort of representation of what we've created. So the whole thing is within a single section. You've got a row here with a text module in it. You've got a row here with an image in it. And you've got a row here divided into 2 columns, each of which has an image within it. So the next obvious thing is, how about creating new sections? Well, if we just come down here, if I wanted a new row, I'd click on this, but I want a new section. So I'm going to click on New Section, click on Regular. Again, I'll make it a single column. And within here, again, I'll just go and insert another image. So I'll get rid of the placeholder image by clicking on this. Click on Add Image. Find the image I want, maybe that one there. If I scroll down, there's various things I can do, like deciding what size I want, so I'll go for full size. I'll click here, save my changes, and as you can see, that's now been inserted. You'll notice this doesn't have this blue background, because this blue background here was applied to the top section, and what I've just done is I've created a brand new section. So if I want to change the color of this section, I could go to here, which is Section Settings. I could go to Background. I could select a color. Just to illustrate the point, I'll select a red color, which looks pretty horrible, but you get the idea. I'll click here. So what you've got now is this second section formatted with a red background. I have this row, a single row, and within the single row I have this element. So let's go and create one more. So I'll go down here to create a new section. I'll create a regular section. And again, I'll just simply insert an image. Get rid of the placeholder image by clicking here. Click on Add Image. Select an image from the image library. So I'll go for maybe this one here. Click on Upload an Image. Click on Save Changes. And you've now got a third section formatted in white, because that's the default in this case. So again, I'll just apply some formatting to the background here. So I'll go here, Background, select a color. We'll go for purple, and I'll click here to save my changes. So as you can see, this is a very simple example. It looks horrible, but that's not the point. I'm just showing you how to put the structure together. So remember, each page will contain at least one section. Each section can be divided into rows, and you can have multiple columns within the rows. And within each row or column within a row, you can insert a module such as text or images or videos or whatever you want. Again, if I go over here to the wireframe by clicking here, you can now see I've got a section here containing all of this stuff. So that's my first section. Then I've got a second section containing a row with an image, and then down here I've got a third section containing a row with an image. So I can go from wireframe back to here. And that is the basic structure you're going to use on all your pages. So as I say, if I just move over here, section, row, module. Yeah? And in this case, if I wanted to change this second item here, I would make sure I went to the appropriate section here, went to the appropriate row, and within here I could make changes to the module settings. So at the moment I've got this picture. Just to show you, let's say we wanted a different picture. I could go here, delete that picture, and say let's add a different picture, maybe that one there. Click upload an image. There you go, done. So I know it looks confusing at first, but you'll get used to it. It's a short learning curve. But as I say, honestly, that is all you need to know for the structure of the pages.